I reread The Outsiders as an adult, and here's some things that I noticed. Number one, they were all so young. They seemed so much older when I was in middle school. They were all either in high school or recently out of high school. Daryl, Ponyboy's oldest brother, was only 20. Who else in the beginning thought Soda Pop wasn't going to survive? He was described as the light of the family, the black sheep, but almost in a good way. He was so joyful. He had a boyish quality, probably because he was 16, almost 17, but I thought he was the one who was going to be saying, "Stay gold, pony boy." I also hadn't seen West Side Story at this point in my life when I first read it, but it reminds me of the young adult version of West Side Story. One thing I didn't connect was that Ponyboy's parents had only been gone for 8 months. These boys were still grieving. They were still trying to figure out their daily routine. They missed their parents. Daryl was only 20. He was trying to hide that he was taking care of his two younger brothers who were minors. And the only reason he was able to do that was because they slipped through the cracks, most likely because they were poor. Their parents were most likely in that car crash because of gang-related violence between the Sox and the Greasers. One small detail that shows these boys are still young, they're still innocent, they miss their mom and dad, but they're trying to make the best of their circumstances because they still have each other, is that Ponyboy says they make chocolate cake and eat it every single morning for breakfast, among other things like eggs and stuff like that. But whoever wakes up early makes chocolate cake. That just breaks my heart because it shows how sweet and young they are. They're still trying to preserve their innocence and the small joys that they have in life. I also didn't like and kind of didn't understand what happened between Dally and the police when I was younger. He was telling the cops what to do. He wanted it. And I didn't understand it at the time, but he was a product of his environment, the epitome of this is who I am, this is what's going to happen to me. He was never going to survive. Honestly, Dally could have gone either way. He could have been a sock or a greaser, depending on where he was born. And that's the point that Ponyboy was trying to make. We are not as different as we think we are. There are different classes, different financial statuses, different gender, but we all want to feel loved. We want to feel seen. We want to feel like we belong. And that's the point of the story.